On a quiet spring morning in Hudson, Ohio, a respected university professor was supposed to pick up his daughter from school. He never showed. When police entered his home, they found something chilling: blood, shell casings, and no weapon in sight. What unfolded next would unravel a tangled web of dating apps, secret payments, and a killer hiding behind an innocent face. This is the story of the brutal and calculated murder of Dr. Todd Morgan. Dr. Todd Alan Morgan was the kind of professor you didn't forget. At 41, he held a resume most academics would envy: a double alumnus of Cleveland State University, a PhD holder from Kent State, and an educator with a reputation for being approachable, thoughtful, and passionate. But Todd wasn't just a scholar. He was a father, a son, a friend, and a man with deeply human flaws. He had 2 children, his son with his ex-wife, Terreionna, and a younger daughter with his ex-girlfriend, Mary. Todd was devoted to his kids. He organized game nights, cooked silly meals, danced like no one was watching. His daughter thought he was a superhero, and to her, he was. Yet behind this loving father was a man struggling. Todd had wrestled with alcohol issues and had only recently begun tracking his sobriety through a breathalyzer app linked to Mary. He meditated, he worked out, he prayed. He even told his mother he was broken, but he wanted to be whole again. He was trying, until someone stopped him cold. April 19, 2023 began like any other day. Birds chirped softly. Sunlight crept across the sidewalks of quiet Hudson, Ohio. But by sundown, that quiet town would be shrouded in questions. At 7 p.m., Mary, Todd's ex-girlfriend, contacted the police. Her daughter had been left waiting at school. No call, no pickup. And that wasn't like Todd. Officers were dispatched for a welfare check at 328 West Streetsboro Street. They entered through the back, where the door frame looked broken. Part of the lock lay several feet away. Blood trailed through the kitchen. And there, just inside the door, was Todd Morgan. Face up, lifeless. Blood pooled around his head, a bullet wound to the temple. Nearby, bullet casings, but no gun. The master bedroom painted a messier picture: sheets thrown, condom wrappers scattered, half-empty alcohol bottles, and oddly, a Spider-Man mask. Upstairs, a piggy bank was knocked over in a child's room, but nothing else was touched. Nothing was stolen. Nothing was missing, except for his phone. Todd had been shot 7 times. The autopsy revealed close-range firing with 2 bullets to the clavicle area, fatal within minutes. 8 shell casings were recovered. None of the guns in his house matched the murder weapon. Officers noticed bloody boot prints leading out the back and down the deck stairs toward the driveway, where Todd's Porsche SUV sat untouched. Laptops and tablets remained visible inside the house. His wallet was found, with no cash, which family said he rarely carried. The back door appeared broken from the inside, as though someone had forced it open trying to escape, not enter. So who had been inside, and why? Then, an eerie clue surfaced. At 7:21 a.m., a 911 call was placed from Todd's home, but there was no voice, just silence. Police theorized it was an SOS call, accidentally triggered from an iPhone, perhaps by a killer fumbling with a victim's phone. The neighborhood offered little insight. One woman thought Todd was odd, driving a fancy car, working from home, renovating a large house. She admitted she got a bad feeling, but longtime neighbors Eugene and Sherry remembered something more specific. They recalled hearing what sounded like gunshots around 7:20 a.m., but dismissed them as renovation noises. They also noticed a car they'd never seen in Todd's driveway, light-colored, possibly silver or champagne. A figure with long, dark hair and a smaller frame walked out briskly, retrieved something from the car, and left the property by 7:30 a.m. Eugene's Ring doorbell footage, though blurry, captured a crossover SUV parked briefly by Todd's Porsche. Todd's kids often visited in a Jeep, but this car wasn't familiar, and neither was the person driving it. The phone that made that silent 911 call led police to a name: Terreionna Paschal, also known as Terreionna Paschal, slim build, long dark hair, owner of a silver Ford Taurus X, missing its back plate. The description matched what neighbors had seen. Police arrived at her listed address, but the person answering refused entry, claiming she didn't live there. Detectives secured warrants and began analyzing phone data. What they found changed everything. Terreionna's phone moved away from Todd's house minutes after the 911 call, traveling southbound at highway speed. Todd's phone followed the same route, then stopped transmitting. It was never found. Her vehicle was later located outside her sister's apartment. Surveillance footage showed it leaving Hudson that same morning. Inside Todd's home, police discovered more. A black and mild cigar with Terreionna's DNA. Condom wrappers bearing her DNA. Shoe prints on the deck, matched to a specific Nike sneaker seen in her old Facebook photos. But that wasn't all. Digital forensics revealed more disturbing patterns. On April 18th, the day before the murder, Terreionna had searched for Todd's address, his name, and pictures of his home. On April 19th, Todd sent her $50 via Cash App at 6:54 a.m. Minutes later, he sent $1,000 to her Cash App name, Black Beauty. But the large payment never processed, because it required confirmation on his phone. A phone he was no longer alive to use. Detectives believe she arrived late the night before and stayed overnight. Sometime between 7:15 and 7:20 a.m., a confrontation happened. Gunfire followed. She attempted to leave with his phone, triggering a 911 call. Interrogated, she denied knowing Todd, denied being in Hudson, denied everything. But the evidence was overwhelming. Cash App transactions, matching vehicle, DNA inside the home, digital footprints of premeditation, and even more chilling, her gun matched a 2021 Cleveland homicide. Same firearm, another ex-boyfriend, dead. That time, there wasn't enough evidence. But this time, justice was coming. Faced with mountains of digital, forensic, and eyewitness evidence, Terreionna Paschal changed her plea. She admitted guilt in exchange for a sentence: 20 years to life for murder, plus 3 years for a firearm enhancement. She'll be eligible for parole after 23 years. In the courtroom, Todd's family faced the woman who changed their lives forever. Mary shared the heartbreak of explaining to a 6-year-old that her daddy was never coming back. Todd's mother, Sandy, gave a powerful statement filled with grace and pain. "I want to say I hope you burn in hell," she said. "But I can't, because I'm a Christian." Through tears, she begged for one thing: the truth. To this day, Terreionna Paschal has never explained what truly happened. Whether it was a robbery, a betrayal, or something darker, no one but her knows what triggered the killing that morning. But one thing remains crystal clear: a father, A son, a friend, and a mentor was senselessly taken, and the echoes of that loss will ripple through his children's lives forever. If you or someone you know is dealing with addiction, mental health struggles, or relationship violence, know that help is out there. And if you believe you have information related to unsolved crimes, speak up. You could be the voice someone desperately needs.